been love at first sight for Michael and Stacy until fate sent them in opposite directions. Now, find out if a quaint street in New York City can become the perfect place for a perfect proposal.
Hi, I'm Nikki Boyer, and welcome to Perfect Proposal, the show where we help people plan the most romantic surprise marriage proposals imaginable. Today, popping the question becomes the quintessential New York experience for Michael. His love for Stacy really bloomed when they lived on a funky little corner in Greenwich Village, and that's why he's going to extraordinary lengths to lure her there so that he could ask for her hand in marriage.
Here's the plan. Michael works for a broadcasting company. He will try to convince Stacy that our camera crew is there to make a documentary about this special area in New York. While she plays tour guide, he'll take her to some of the memorable places where they spent their first years together and enlist family, friends, and shop owners to help him pull off his proposal plan.
When Stacy and I are together, we have a wonderful connection. She's very special to me. She inspires me. She laughs. She makes me laugh. She's very caring. I love her to death. My goodness.
Michael and Stacy's love story begins at college in Kansas. Actually, love at first sight may best describe it.
The first time I met Stacy, I noticed her from across the room, and she just sort of glowed. Fortunately for me, she was a mutual friend with Becky, and Becky introduced the two of us.
Both of them were like, who is that, and what are they all about, and where's he from, and how do you know her, and all this kind of stuff. And it was really cute. They were both, it was just, you could tell right away they were kind of into each other.
Soon after they met, Michael and Stacy began dating, but 3 months later, Stacy was offered the opportunity to live in France, and true to her nature, jumped in with both feet.
When she was no longer a part of my life, I was heartbroken. In our pre-email days, I would write these long love letters, and that was nothing like me, but there was something about her. It's a connection I can't explain. If I were a poet, I'd be able to put it into words, but really it's something special.
After almost a year away, Michael was excited to learn that Stacy was coming home from France, only to be devastated by the news she was then moving to New York City.
After college, I really had nothing to do, so Stacy had mentioned that I'd come out to New York. I think in the back of her mind, she thought we could be together. I thought, what a wonderful idea, and I'll be closer to Stacy. That's all that really mattered to me at the time. After 3 weeks or so, it was on. We were an item, and it was great.
At the time, Stacy had a little apartment on a tiny street in Greenwich Village called Cornelia. Only 1 block long, Cornelia Street became the couple's quiet hideaway in the Big Apple.
It was where our relationship really grew. When I first moved out to New York, we both lived and we walked up and down that street thousands of times. It's got a special place in our heart. When I talk to Stacy, now that we no longer live there, what's your favorite street in this city? She always mentions Cornelia Street.
Michael knew in his heart that Stacy was who he wanted to spend the rest of his life with, and decided Cornelia Street was the perfect place to pop the question.
I wanted to do it on Cornelia Street because that's where we spent most of our time together. That's where we really blossomed.
So we had a place. All we needed now was a plan. It was decided the proposal would actually happen at the Cornelia Street Cafe, a cute little restaurant with a downstairs performing space. The poet laureate of Cornelia Street would usher the couple into a very romantic setting that we would decorate on the lower level. And since family is so important to Stacy and Michael, we would also fly them all in for an extra added surprise following the proposal. The trick now was to find a way to get Stacy there without raising suspicion. Since Michael works for an international broadcasting company, we decided to pose as a camera crew taping a documentary on Cornelia Street.
Good to be back.
Yeah?
On cold winter nights, it's very breezy in this tiny little strip here.
Right.
And I'm just walking with my arm around her, trying to keep her warm. I have soft memories of that.
So it's just a very familiar.
Very familiar, very cozy, very warm. In New York City, where it's just always so loud and bustling,
Yeah.
there's this quiet, cute little street that we were fortunate enough to to live on for a little while.
So when you walk down the street, you automatically think of Stacy.
Of course.
Can you imagine what it's going to be like walking down the street after you've proposed and it's all happened here?
No, I'm so excited to have, this is a street. It's a special street to us, and it's always going to be here. So wherever we find ourselves in 20 years, we can always come back, and it's always going to be her New York City, her Cornelia Street.
Do you have a ring?
I do.
You have it with you?
I do.
Can we see it?
Of course.
No way.
So here's
Wow.
the ring.
Wow. And it's all going to happen right in
It's
here.
all going to happen right here. I hope she likes it.
How could she not? It's perfect.
She has no idea.
Well, let's put it away. It's making me nervous.
Yeah, I'm scared carrying it around with me. I don't want to lose it.
Visiting the old neighborhood really brought back memories for Michael. And after spending time with him, it's obvious this little one-block slice of the Big Apple holds a much bigger place in Stacy and Michael's hearts.
It's easy to see why Cornelia Street is the right place for Michael to propose. All we need now is to find the right people to help us make it happen. Welcome back to Perfect Proposal. We're here on Cornelia Street, one of the hip spots in Greenwich Village, the perfect place for Michael to propose to Stacy. The next step, to get some of the local business owners to help us with our plan.
Michael and Stacy lived here for 5 years and spent a lot of time together in the restaurants and shops along this block. In order to make the day of his proposal even more special for Stacy, he wants to rekindle the magic from those early years. In order to do this, he needs to make the arrangements with the local shop owners and ask them to play along. Our first visit, Murray's Cheese Shop, to plan a taste of one of Stacy's favorites.
This is one of her favorite places.
Yeah, we used to come in here all the time and get cheese. And there was one cheese that we used to get that she loved, Beaufort Del Page. If you could have us sample this on Sunday, you know, let that sort of be the cheese that she tries.
That's a really good idea.
That would be a wonderful surprise.
Yeah, just have this, and it'll just happen to be the cheese that she loves. That's perfect. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, let's go.
that's delicious.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Our next stop is home, a small restaurant where Stacy and Michael would meet after work. With their busy schedules, eating at this cozy place gave them a chance to catch up.
Stacy's a Kansas City native, you know, so barbecue is their dish. Do you think the chef could prepare some sort of barbecue something or other?
Yeah, so when we come in on Sunday, this could be another, oh, just so happens to have barbecue.
Yeah,
That's
just a
great.
little sampling.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
The final visit is to the Cornelia Street Cafe. This is where Michael is planning to propose. This is also the place where the families will gather for a big surprise afterwards.
Your families will be in the back here, in the banquette, and at these tables which we will set up. And
Okay. So wait, we need to make sure that the families, that they are not going to see the families back here.
right, well that should be very easy.
Maybe a curtain or something over that?
We took a look at the downstairs space where the proposal would take place. We also talked briefly with Angelo, the poet laureate of Cornelia Street, about how he would lure the couple into the restaurant.
It would be natural for me to say, hey, maybe you guys want to come to a poetry reading, which is starting.
In order to make the plans without Stacy knowing, Michael told her he would be at a business seminar uptown and that he would meet her after. But now he was running late and suddenly his phone rang.
Calling me on the other line. Hello? I'm uptown 51st in Madison. You are? I'm going underground now. Okay. Well, I should be home in about a half an hour. Oh, okay. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, you.
That was so intense.
She is a block away from where I said I was right now.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay.
All right, so you're
All right.
okay.
Okay, we're okay.
Woo.
After that close call, Michael had to get home before Stacy became suspicious.
All right, good luck.
Thank you. All right.
Stay calm on Sunday. Relax. It'll be great. Okay. See ya.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
The next day, Michael got together with friends to talk about how things were going with Stacy and to go over the plan for his proposal.
I appreciate you guys helping me with this whole thing and keeping it under wraps. Has Stacy in any way led on to anything with you guys?
She has no idea.
Yeah,
No idea.
Has she said anything to you?
Yeah, well, even today, we're sitting around and she wants details about tomorrow. She doesn't know what it's gonna be. And she said, if this is one of those dating shows, I'm gonna kill you. So I just had to play it off like, you kidding me? Of course it's not anywhere. Now she's starting to get nervous because she thinks she's gonna be on TV.
Well, she is going to be on TV.
Meanwhile, the families began to arrive at the hotel in Manhattan, beginning with Stacy's family from Kansas City.
She loves reality TV, so this is reality.
Followed shortly by Michael's family from St. Louis.
Daddy,
boy.
how you doing?
Good.
I think it's just wonderful you're going to surprise her this way. I love it.
That's her calling now. I cannot answer this call. I cannot answer this call.
Just be quiet and pretend.
I don't think so. Huh? I'm helping a friend.
Somewhere else and answer the call. It'll be fine.
I don't even want to pretend. I've been pretending all week.
Well, you're going to have to pretend a little bit longer.
That is just too much to handle right now.
After spending the day with the families and making sure everybody got settled, Michael was ready to head home for the night.
I think it's going good. Now I'm gonna go back to Stacy's, pretend like nothing's gone on today, and a lot has gone on today. I hope I don't propose tonight in anticipation.
The plans are finally in place. Now it's up to Michael to get Stacy to Cornelia Street and convince her she's playing a part in a documentary on Greenwich Village. Can he pull it off? Find out next. Hey, welcome back. We're helping Michael with the perfect proposal and all the plans are in place. Now, Michael and Stacy actually met in Kansas, but it's here in Greenwich Village where their relationship really took root. So it seems only fitting that this is the place to take the next step.
But just as we think the plan is in place, our story takes a turn. Michael has decided that the basement of the cafe is not the perfect place for his proposal.
You know, a basement really, it's not that romantic. I want the street to be more involved. So maybe when we're walking around tomorrow, I could just, when I get the urge, because I have the urge every day that I've got this ring to do it, that I could just do it then. Things change, emotions change, you know, it's all building up to this big moment.
Okay, time to make some changes. Basement out, street in. But where? How about in front of their old apartment? Good idea, but not exactly the most beautiful setting. Can we dress it up? Michael heads home to keep Stacy in the dark while he tries to figure out what he's going to do. Today's the day and it's showtime. Michael and Stacy arrive on Cornelia Street and our crew is ready to play along with the plan.
Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Jeff.
Remember, Stacy thinks she's starring in a documentary on the history of Greenwich Village. The first part of our charade is to pretend that we not only don't know Stacy, but that we've never met Michael either. We also need to find a way to pull Michael aside so he can work on the new plan to decorate the front of their old apartment.
It's one of the best streets in New York. You're living in a big city, but you still feel like you're living in a small town because you get to know so many people on your street. You see the same people all the time.
Since Stacy moved to Cornelia Street before Michael, we told her we wanted to talk to her alone about her experiences. Now Michael was free to work out the final details.
Being young and having a relationship in the city is kind of hard sometimes, but it worked out. And so 7 years later, we're still together, so that's a good thing.
While Stacy is kept busy with our crew, Michael calls his sister Kathleen, who just happens to be a set designer. Michael needs some help.
Kathleen,
Michael.
I'm gonna change some things about how we're gonna do this. And I was wondering if you could give me a hand with that.
Sure. What are you thinking?
If you could go to the store, maybe get some flowers or get something and decorate the outside of her apartment, that would sort of be a better place for this to take place.
How much time?
I got like a couple hours.
So we're in a hurry.
Okay?
Okay.
She's in.
Cornelia Street will always keep its character. I still get nostalgic even when I come back and I've only been gone for a year, so.
My nerves are through the roof. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to keep so many things straight in my head, and it's very difficult. I feel like I'm gonna spill the beans at any second or say the wrong thing and lead her on into something that I shouldn't just yet.
Well, Cornelia Street will always be the place I come back to when I come back to New York. And I will always have to eat at all my favorite places and show my kids.
The fact she doesn't know and the fact that this is gonna happen is wonderful. Sorry. I can't go back over there with this in my eyes. Fight it, don't let her know. You cannot spill the beans. All right.
Now that we have a new plan, we hook Michael back up with Stacy to continue our tour. First, it's off to Murray's Cheese Shop for a taste of Stacy's favorite cheese.
So this is Murray's Cheese Shop.
What are we supposed to be doing? I hope I didn't ruin this.
And we'll give you a little taste of something. See what you think about it.
What kind of cheese is this?
Go for it. Really?
You know it?
Yeah. I used to get this. You don't remember this?
It's softer.
It's a little bit softer. You don't remember this?
But I just remember it being harder.
It was. It was harder last time. Very good.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so maybe the cheese shop didn't go as planned, but Michael still had hope that a stop at home restaurant would trigger a few good memories.
We lived down the street a while ago. This has been here for 10 years. I don't know if you had a chance to come before, but
Yeah, it was actually the first restaurant I ever came to when I moved here, so a big fan.
Well, this is a little better, but we still need to keep Stacy busy for a couple of hours. So, how about a walk around the village? Meanwhile, Michael's sister Kathleen shows up and gets busy decorating in front of the apartment. But will she finish in time? Now, family and friends sneak down Cornelia Street to the cafe, where they get situated in the back room.
I am about ready to die right now because I feel like I've been involved in a covert action for so wicked.
Michael is nervous. He's not sure whether everything and everyone is in place. Will he be able to pull off his perfect proposal?
We've got an amazing bond. We don't want to spend the rest of our lives without each other. It's just love. Can't explain it any better than that.
Cornelia Street in New York's Greenwich Village holds a very special place in Michael and Stacy's hearts. It's there that their love took root and grew. That's why Michael felt it was the perfect place for the perfect proposal. Our crew has managed to keep Stacy busy without raising too much suspicion. Their old apartment is decorated, and the families are hiding down the street at the Cornelia Street Cafe. Now, it's up to Michael to find the right words.
From that. Your old apartment. And, baby,
What the hell is going
I
on?
just wanted to say you are the love of my life. And from the beginning, we've had an amazing connection. A connection that I can't imagine the rest of my life without.
What?
And, baby, you're the world to me. And I want to explore the rest of our lives together. So, Stacy, will you marry me?
Oh my god, yes! Yes!
Please.
What? Oh my god. Michael. Oh my god. What? What's going on? This is all.
It's all for you. And this is all for you, baby.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I'm shaking. What? I
I
can't.
love you too.
I'm shaking.
What do you think?
It's unbelievable.
Do you like it?
Oh my god, I absolutely love it.
As surprised as Stacy was, Michael had one more in store. He explained that he had arranged for dinner at the Cornelia Street Cafe.
this is a huge surprise for her. I don't think she's expecting this at all. I'm really happy for Stacy, and I can't wait for her to get here. It's gonna be nice, really nice.
This is a TLC show called The Perfect Proposal. Yeah. You love reality TV.
I was just shocked. The street is very important to our time in New York, and I see that now more than ever, so I love him. I love him more than anything. Just the thought that we're going to be spending the rest of our lives together is so exciting. I'm just completely overwhelmed. I can't say that enough.
For Michael and Stacy, the perfect proposal had to be a quintessential New York moment. So we took a street that connected them and turned it into a place they'll remember forever. Thanks for watching. I'm Nikki Boyer. See you next time.